President Donald Trump's longtime aide, Natalie Harp, is once again making headlines. And this time, it's because of explosive new claims about the personal notes she allegedly left for the president. Harp, who serves as Trump's executive assistant, has become one of the most recognizable faces inside his inner circle. Reports say she's virtually ever present, attending meetings, public events, and even accompanying the president on his golf outings. Last month, a bombshell book by New York Times reporters Maggie Haberman and Jonathan Swan, titled Regime Change, claimed Harp regularly left handwritten notes for Trump in what the authors described as his, quote, personal spaces. According to the book, one note simply read, "You are all that matters to me." According to several reports, Harp has also earned the nickname the Human Printer because she's known for following Trump with a portable printer, constantly supplying him with printed articles, documents, and information. At the same time, her unusually close working relationship with the president has fueled relentless online speculation, with social media users giving her unverified nicknames like Diaper Nurse and Side Piece. But now, author Michael Wolff is making even more sensational claims. Speaking on the Daily Beast's Inside Trump's Head podcast with journalist Joanna Coles, Wolff claimed he had obtained what he described as love letters written by Harp to Trump. According to Wolff, the notes caused a major kerfuffle inside Trump's circle, with even the Secret Service allegedly becoming concerned. He went on to claim that aides were warned they viewed Harp as a danger to herself and to the president. When Joanna Coles asked whether the notes suggested Harp was in love with Trump, Wolff didn't hesitate. His response was simple, quote, "These are love notes, MASH notes, completely." Wolff then expanded on what he says was inside those messages. He claimed Harp would often slip personal notes into the stack of printed material she prepared for Trump, writing things like, quote, "You're the alpha and the omega, the be-all and end-all." He also alleged the notes included lines along the effect of, quote, "What would I be without you?" before taking what he described as an even stranger turn. According to Wolff, the wording suggested Trump punishing her. He admitted he wasn't even willing to speculate further, saying, "I'm not even going to go there." Joanna Coles suggested the messages sounded more like motivational love notes written to encourage the president, but Wolff strongly disagreed. Instead, he claimed the overall tone suggested Harp wanted to, quote, "climb into bed with Trump." Summing up his interpretation, Wolff said the notes carried a message along the lines of, "I love you, I exist because of you, I exist only in your shadow." Neither Trump nor Natalie Harp has publicly responded to Wolff's latest allegations. These explosive claims also come just days after Michael Wolff made another headline-grabbing appearance on the very same podcast, this time discussing Vice President J.D. Vance's recent memoir, fueling fresh speculation about the vice president's future ambitions. Here's that story.
Vice President J.D. Vance is facing fresh scrutiny after commentators claimed his new memoir contains one remarkable omission: President Donald Trump. The claims surfaced during a discussion on the Daily Beast's podcast Inside Trump's Head, where author Michael Wolff and journalist Joanna Coles broke down Vance's new book, Communion: Finding My Way Back to Faith. As the title suggests, the memoir focuses on Vance's Christian faith, documenting his journey from what he describes as a secular wilderness to his conversion to Catholicism in 2019. But according to Joanna Coles, the biggest talking point isn't what's inside the book, it's what's missing. She remarked, quote, "You know who I think is thinking very hard about Donald Trump's death? J.D. Vance." Michael Wolff then offered his own take, saying vice presidents live with a strange political reality. According to Wolff, quote, "An interesting thing about vice presidents is they live for the death of the president, but they can't think about that." He continued, quote, "They certainly can't give any intimation that they are thinking about it, but in their own minds, it must be a weird thing to be wishing for the death of someone." Joanna Coles then doubled down on her theory. She said, quote, "I think J.D. Vance is thinking a lot about Donald Trump's death, and according to her, that's exactly why Trump's absence from the memoir stood out." Coles added, quote, "What I found most extraordinary about his book, Communion, is how little there is about Donald Trump in this book. It's the most remarkable absence, as is his political life." Wolff also claimed the omissions didn't stop there. He argued Vance largely skirts over his marriage and claimed the book avoids addressing the fact that his wife, Usha Vance, comes from an immigrant family, despite what Wolff described as Vance's increasingly tough rhetoric on immigration. Those comments, however, reflect Wolff's personal analysis of the memoir rather than verified facts. The speculation comes as another moment involving Donald Trump and J.D. Vance has also gone viral. During Lindsey Graham's funeral on Tuesday, cameras captured the two leaders sharing what appeared to be a private, whispered conversation. A professional lip reader later claimed to have decoded the exchange, sparking widespread online speculation. A quiet exchange between U.S. President Donald Trump and his Vice President J.D. Vance during Senator Lindsey Graham's funeral is grabbing eyeballs after a professional lip reader claimed the pair were privately gossiping about another attendee. The viral moment unfolded as the two Republican leaders sat side by side during the memorial service. Here's what the lip reader claims they said. The funeral for longtime Republican Senator Lindsey Graham brought together some of the biggest names in American politics: U.S. President Donald Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, members of Congress, administration officials, and longtime friends gathered to pay tribute to Graham, who died on July 11th after suffering sudden cardiac arrests believed to have been caused by an aortic tear. He was 71 years old. The solemn ceremony focused on Graham's decades-long political career and his influence within the Republican Party. But despite the emotional tributes, it was a brief exchange between Trump and Vance that soon stole attention. Video shows Trump leaning toward his VP, J.D. Vance, as the pair quietly speak to one another during the service. Because no audio from the exchange is available, the clip immediately fueled speculation. That speculation intensified after professional lip reader Nicola Hickling analyzed the footage for the Mirror US. According to Hickling, Trump allegedly opened the conversation by saying, "I wonder what's going on with him." Vance is then said to have replied, "I don't know, Don." Trump allegedly continued, "Well, you saw him crying, right?" Hickling claims Vance responded, "I did actually, it's because she's bossy." The alleged exchange reportedly continued. Trump is said to have asked, "Hey, no, is she?" According to Hickling, Vance replied, "Oh yeah, I think it's their attitude. I think he has a bad attitude." Trump then appeared to nod as the conversation ended. It's important to emphasize that these remarks have not been independently verified. Lip reading is interpretive rather than definitive, and neither the White House nor Vice President Vance's office has commented on the alleged conversation. It also remains completely unclear who the two politicians may have been referring to, if the interpretation is accurate. Still, that uncertainty hasn't stopped the clip from spreading rapidly across social media, where users have been trying to identify the mystery individual mentioned in the alleged exchange.